If someone making $90,000 a year and someone making $45,000 a year both end the month with nothing left in their account, who is actually doing better? Most people assume it's obviously the person earning more. But ask any financial advisor and they'll tell you something stranger. Income and financial stability often have very little to do with each other. Plenty of people earning six figures are one missed paycheck away from panic. Plenty of people earning half that sleep just fine. Somewhere in a mid-sized American city could just as easily be Manchester or Lyon or Munich. There's a 29-year-old named Alex. Alex earns $90,000 a year. After federal, state, and payroll taxes, that $90,000 becomes roughly $66,000. Divided by 12, that's about $5,500 a month landing in the account. Now the month plays out. Rent on a decent one-bedroom in a city where the job actually is $1,800. A car, financed because paying cash felt unnecessary when the loan offer looked so reasonable. $480 a month, plus insurance and gas, another $300. Student loans from a degree that was supposed to prevent exactly this kind of pressure, $300 to $50. A credit card carrying a balance from just this one rough patch 6 months ago. $150 minimum payment, mostly interest. Groceries, utilities, phone, subscriptions, the gym membership used twice a month, another $1,200. Add it up, and Alex has spent $4,280 before a single discretionary dollar, before dinner with friends, before a flight home for the holidays, before literally anything that makes a life feel like a life. What's left isn't $5,500. It's about $1,200, and $1,200 evaporates fast in a month with one birthday, one car repair, or one unplanned anything. Here's the part most people miss. Alex didn't do anything reckless. No one did anything obviously wrong. Every single decision, the apartment, the car, the card, was reasonable in isolation. That's exactly the problem. The system isn't designed around any one bad decision. It's designed around the accumulation of reasonable ones. Lenders don't approve a car loan based on whether you can build wealth. They approve it based on whether you can technically make the payment. A landlord doesn't ask whether your rent leaves room for savings. A credit card company doesn't care whether the balance is a structural problem or a temporary one. Both pay the same interest. Let's make this concrete with one number, that $480 car payment. Over 5 years, that's $28,800 paid for a vehicle that, by the time the loan ends, is probably worth a third of what was borrowed. Now compare that to investing the same $480 a month in a simple index fund, averaging 7% a year. After 5 years, that's roughly $34,000, already more than what was spent on the car. After 15 years left untouched, that contribution pattern grows to somewhere around $150,000. The car isn't the villain here. Owning a car is normal and often necessary. The point is narrower than that. The financing structure, new, leveraged, monthly, quietly converts a transportation expense into a long-term opportunity cost most people never calculate because nobody hands you that comparison at the dealership. So why does a smart, capable person walk into this pattern? Not because of stupidity, because of visibility bias. A car loan is a single, visible decision made once. The cost of not investing is invisible. It's a number that simply never appears anywhere, so the brain never registers it as a loss. We are wired to react to losses we can see and shrug off losses we can't. There's a second layer too. Spending at Alex's income level isn't really about the items themselves. It's about signaling. The apartment, the car, the dinner's out. They're proof that the years of effort, mostly to oneself, and the degree and the job title actually meant something. Lifestyle becomes the receipt for ambition, and once that receipt exists, downgrading it feels like admitting failure, even when upgrading it was the actual mistake. Run this forward 10 years. Alex gets raises, income climbs to $110,000, then $130,000, but rent rises with it, the car gets upgraded, the apartment gets bigger, the minimum payment on the car never quite disappears. At every income level, the gap between what comes in and what's left over stays almost exactly the same because spending expanded at the same rate income did. This is the mechanism. It isn't a one-time event. It's a treadmill that recalibrates itself every time you get better at running. People who end up financially secure usually aren't earning dramatically more. They've simply stopped letting their spending rise automatically with their income. When a raise comes in, They ask a quieter, less exciting question. Does this change anything, or does it just sit there? They tend to drive cars a few years longer than feels exciting. They negotiate or avoid debt that finances depreciating things. None of this is about deprivation. It's about refusing to let visible decisions outrun invisible consequences, about noticing the cost that never shows up on a statement. None of this means Alex is failing or that anyone watching this is failing. A $90,000 salary that feels like $40,000 isn't a personal flaw. It's the predictable output of a system built to make spending easy and saving an afterthought. The first useful step isn't a budget spreadsheet or a new app. It's simply seeing the gap between what you earn and what you actually keep, clearly, without panic and without guilt. If this kind of thinking is useful to you, consider subscribing. More of this is coming.